Ladies and gentlemen, there is a very, very dangerous disease out there, and it is unfortunately affecting so many in the mainstream and Hollywood. If you come in contact with someone that has this disease, I would highly urge you to laugh in their face because TDS is real. TDS is a real disease, and so many people in Hollywood and the mainstream are suffering from this disease. And the latest to show how out of their mind they have become with TDS is comedian Jim Gaffigan. Jim Gaffigan lost his mind, which this isn't anything new. This guy's been on the anti-Trump tirades for a while now, but he really went next level. And we're going to talk about it. Some of the things these people say is just the most lunatic thing I can imagine, but this is what TDS does to people. So here we are over on Outkick, and it says Jim Gaffigan flew off his rocker in a rant on President Trump. Netflix star and comedian Jim Gaffigan fell into a Jim Carrey-esque panic attack over Twitter discussing his opinion on President Trump, as if the country needed the input of yet another coastal elite worth $30 million. Well, according to Gaffigan, the sky is falling. To those of you who think I'm destroying my career, wake up. If Trump gets elected, the economy will never come back. What? My God. Trump gave us an incredible economy before the meltdown of the beer bug. What are you talking about? They just make shit up. They just make stuff up. Like, reality, facts, logic, common sense are nowhere to be found when you suffer from TDS. It is real. It is there is nothing more real right now within the mainstream in Hollywood that is damaging the culture than TDS. It is real, ladies and gentlemen, and this is proof of it right here. Yes, the college football, former college football coach, Notre Dame coach Lou Holtz spoke of the RNC, and of course, anytime an athlete speaks out against Orange Man bad, nobody says anything. It's all support and bravery, but the moment someone supports Trump, the schools, the teams, the organizations all have to disavow. And that's exactly what Notre Dame did when Lou Holtz spoke at the RNC. F. Lou Holtz. Biden is a Catholic in name only. Compared to who? How many you-know-whats did Trump pay for? How many women has he you-know-what? How many times did he pull that shit in Ukraine? Wake up, he's a crook and a con man. What? Please don't buy that socialist crap either. Obviously, Obama wasn't a socialist. This is all lies to scare you, and you know it. Biden is not a radical. Are you serious? Remember, everything Trump accuses the Democrats of, he's guilty of. Don't let that socialist name-calling distract you from the fact that he's a... Wait a minute. So... you don't want people name-calling, yet you name-call. My gosh, the far left are out of their minds. I mean, he just contradicted himself right there in the same sentence. Can't we stop with this Hollywood shit? I'm not from Hollywood, and Hollywood is just a town. Please say coastal elites, which Trump, Jared, and Ivana are. It's actually Ivanka. Maybe people on the East and West Coast have different values from yours, but they don't like liars and con men like Trump. Fascinating to see how much Jim Gaffigan knows about the Democratic candidate Joe Biden when we, in fact, know nothing. He hasn't gotten out of the campaign trail to do what every other candidate in the history of the country has done, debate. Last time he spoke, the Democrats yanked him back in his bubble like only Willy Wonka could. Explains their need to hide him. But Gaffigan needs to stop the charade. We know nothing about Joe Biden other than him forgetting where he is routinely, and the other, or his flip-flop to defund the police, and that he was the only one standing behind Obama with teeth. Chills. Jim Gaffigan hilariously mentions the economy never coming back. What are the odds he thought the country would be in financial ruins a year ago? Pretty high. Celebrities continue to fail at understanding politics, won't change their status no matter who the president is. So they have free reign to virtue signal towards their target audience. Had to save the best for last. By the way, you can't be against cancel culture and tell people to stay out of politics. You know that time you did a job and didn't get paid? That's Trump, and you know it. Not sure if Jim knows what cancel culture is, but he seems to forget people watch his comedy or do anything entertaining to do only that. Not for our hard-earned money to turn into a lecture. Exactly. People pay. When people tell you to stay out of politics, that's not cancel culture. What is wrong with him? Like, what is wrong with this dude? Seriously, these people are absolutely nuts. Another one I'm going to show you guys right here. And I mean, look, this is gold. This is absolutely gold, but this is TDS right here. Joy Reid went on an epic Trump rant right here. Epic Trump rant towards the end of his speech. And what this tells me is that they are very concerned because Trump knocked it out of the park. The RNC knocked it out of the park. You see this beautiful celebration of fireworks. Meanwhile, the Democrats are sitting there waving the people in televisions at the end of theirs. I mean, the difference in the RNC versus the DNC, it couldn't be more night and day. And then you've got all of these peaceful protesters attacking and harassing people for leaving the RNC. The peaceful protesters, the same ones that are attacking police officers. The left is breaking down, and they know it. And this rant by her just goes to show that they know that they're losing.
Just say it, Joy. Just say it.
Is on Rachel Maddow and Nicole. All I have to say is, as I'm watching this, I'm thinking, you know, Fidel Castro, Julius Caesar, Mobutu Sese Seko. That was not an American president giving an acceptance speech. That was a monarch. It was very much like what Castro used to do, an hour and 10 minutes that clocked in of just, you know, it wasn't a usual Trump speech with his ad libs and sort of he did the sort of humor kind of thrown into it. He said, the fact is, I'm here and they're not. He made the White House into the Trump palace. If democracy in America ever falls and we become a complete autocracy with a decrepit leader and his corrupt family moving their trunks into the White House and never leave.
I mean, you really, really, really have to be suffering very, very badly from TDS to go on a rant like that. But if you watched, MSNBC interrupted every speaker, whether the color of their skin, whatever their gender, whatever it was, they interrupted them and they tried to distort and they tried to lie about the message that the presenter was giving, because it's all about anti-Trump rhetoric. It's all about Orange Man bad. It's not about facts. It's not about reality. It's not about representation. It's not about inclusive bullshit. It's not about any of that, because none of that shit actually matters to them. It only matters in the framework of the political messaging they can put behind it. And I'm loving watching all of these people melt down. I love watching Jim Gaffigan break down before our very eyes and say nonsensical things that don't make any sense, incoherent rambling and screaming, all in the name of him suffering from TDS. It is a real thing, people. It is absolutely real, and we're only going to see this get much worse. As the Republicans continue to show structure and leadership and unity, the left is going to continue to break down and lose their minds. And that's the most hilarious part of all of this, is that they've created this insane culture. They've supported defunding police. They've supported criminals. They've supported burning down cities. They are the ones that have the cities that are having the biggest problems with the beer bug, and they're mad at Trump for that. This is the left for you. So again, it's only going to get worse, though. I mean, we are only in we're at the end of August, so we still have a few months to go, and it's going to get really bad. I can't wait. I can't wait for the debates. The debates are going to be the best thing ever. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. I'm having a lot of fun on this channel. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later.